What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode here. This one's going to be real quick. Just wanted to give you a side-by-side view of the Dynam Wolf and the Dynam Tempest. And what we have is the Wolf is a little more bulldog-ier. It's up in its stance. It's got a nice, like, tall posture to it. And the Tempest is lower, a little lower, a little more low profile, a little more sleek, I guess you could say. The Wolf sits up higher. I know you can't tell that from here, but the Wolf definitely sits up higher. The tail slopes back a little further down, and the Tempest sits down a little closer to the deck. This is what I was talking about. Look at this cool ass pilot that they gave me for this Tempest. Now that's like an old school Tempest 2, Tempest 5, Tempest Mark 5, Tempest 2 pilot. Old British pilot, and the one that they gave me for this is sitting over here, and he is a jet pilot. That's what they gave me for this one. I'm not putting that in there. No way. They should have just kept that. But anyways, yeah. So they both look awesome, man. If I had to pick one without flying it, I mean, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I think they both look really, really, really nice. They're both pretty sweet looking planes. They both have the option so that you can put flaps on. I don't think that these planes need flaps. I don't think they're heavy enough. I don't think that they're big enough for flaps, to be honest with you. I mean, if these planes were jets, these would be a step up above the 60. These would probably be right around like what a 64 millimeter is. Maybe a little bigger. Maybe a little bigger, like a 70 mil. So I don't think that they need flaps. The only plane that I have that has flaps, I think, is the F-14. I've never had to use flaps. Honestly, I don't even think I'll use the flaps on the F-14. I'll just bring her in a little faster than most people do. Or if I do use flaps, they'll be very minimal, just a very subtle, maybe like a, 2 or 3 millimeter drop in the flaps. But anyways, they look good, man. They look good. They look really nice. And as I'm sitting here looking at this Tempest, I was like, I wonder if this engine comes out crooked. This engine does not come out crooked. This Tempest engine comes out straight as straight can be. So I don't understand why they had this one set up so that it was setting crooked. So, it's the same exact motor that's in this plane that's in that plane. It's the same exact damn thing. Same exact setup, same exact ESC, same exact servo, same exact everything. The only thing that's different is the airframes. Even the props are exactly the same prop. So these basically, all of these planes, whether you get a Wolf, whether you get the Corsair, whether you get the Tempest, whether you get the P-47, doesn't matter. They're all flying on the same power system. The Spitfire, it doesn't matter which one you get. These guys are all running on the same power system. So basically, what's going to make the difference is the airframe and the flight characteristics of each airframe. So you got the same power system on every plane. So basically, it comes down to what's the better flight model? What flies better? And from what I can see right now, it's probably going to be the Tempest, just because it has more wing surface. It's got longer wings. It's got the curve up on, and that's really good. Like, that's a really good thing in aviation when you have that curve, that straight flat edge, clipped ends with that little curve up. That lets you know that this plane can go into a high speed turn, no problem. The Wolf's more straight out wings. I don't know. I honestly think that this Wolf is going to have a serious roll rate to it. It's going to have a really nice roll rate to it. It's going to have a nice flip or roll, or not roll, but loop. I think it's going to do an awesome loop. I think this one's going to be a nice turning plane. Like, you go into a nice turn, come back the other way real quick, and she'll handle it just fine. I also think that this one will do nice barrel rolls. I'm not sure about the loops though. We'll see. I think the Wolf's going to do better loops, but we'll see. We'll see. That's just my thoughts for now. Boy, these are both badass planes, man. If I had to pick one, I couldn't. If you're like, here, pick one. I mean, if I had to pick one, just I don't know. I'd probably stay with, I don't know. I can't even tell you that, man. If you had to make that choice, it'd be hard for you to make that choice too. They're both really nice planes. I would like them both. I would like to have them both. These are the two that stood out to me. I wanted to get the P-47, but my old lady's like, no, don't get the P-47. I think she's going to be getting me the 1700mm FMS P-47 for my birthday. If she doesn't get the 1700, she's going to get that 1500 one, the silver one, the new silver one by FMS. I think it's FMS that makes it. I'm not sure. Either one will be nice for me. It will be good enough for me. I don't care. I just would like to have a P-47 in my arsenal. So when I went to order this Focke-Wulf, I was like, I'm going to order that P-47. She said no. So she told me no the last couple of times I've ordered planes. When I ordered that Tempest, she said no P-47. When I ordered the Focke-Wulf, she said no P-47. So she might already have it. I don't know. I'm not sure. But my birthday's right around the corner, and I'm pretty sure she's probably going to get that for me. But here they are, guys, side by side. Tempest, Focke-Wulf, the best of Germany meets the best of Britain. Two beautiful planes. They both had really good paint on them. Exceptional bench testing that I've done. The power is definitely there. These things definitely have good power. One main thing that I would like to point out when you go to put these things together, when you go to test them for the first time, make sure that the ESC is plugged in the direction that before you put the prop on and everything, that it's going the right way. Because when I went to bench test the Tempest, I held on to it thinking it was going to come forward. So I just put my hand out like this, to stop it. I just stuck my hand here to stop the plane from going forward. And the ESC was plugged in backwards, and she went straight back. And right here, I don't know if you can see that, but I had to put hinges in there because when she took off, she flew back and hit the wall and busted the rudder off. Now, that's not a big deal to me because I always take those rudders and do that anyways. I haven't done it with the Focke-Wulf yet. That's just because I had to do paint and stuff. I actually want to see how the foam hinge lasts on these. Now, usually when I get foam hinges, they're, one hard landing or one, smack into the ground or whatever, and the foam hinge rips. So we'll see how it goes. If it decides to rip, I know that the one on the Dynam 262, it ripped off. I had to put that one on with hinges. So I'm going to give this Focke-Wulf a chance and see if it lasts. If it starts to rip off or it starts to tear a little bit, I'm just going to go ahead and take my my X-Acto knife. I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to put some nice hinges on it. But there they are, guys. Beautiful planes. I guess if I had to choose one, I would probably choose any, mini, mighty, mo, catch a tiger by his toe, the Focke-Wulf, just because I like the colors. I like the colors. I like its bulldogish stance. I like the fact that it's a little more chunkier, a little more beefier. But as far as flight goes, we'll have to see. I think the Tempest is going to have it in the flight category. I think it'll dominate in all aspects. Especially with the power systems being exactly the same. The Tempest is more streamlined, and the Focke-Wulf has got this big fat nose on it. That's just going to catch a lot of air. It's going to catch a lot of air in here. I know this thing will catch some air. Most people they actually do what it actually really looked like. Now here there was like a intercooler or a turbo here or a supercharger here, and some people actually do that. They close this off and put that little thing there that make it look like real. I didn't, however, because I guarantee you when you put something there, it blocks. It's like a big block there now. You're blocking the air from getting through. So what's going to happen is it's going to cause the plane to want to go down because you got forced air pushing on that, which is going to cause the nose to come down. So I'm leaving mine wide open. Not to mention there's a nice little hole that goes right to the ESC right there. And if you guys know anything about Dynam ESCs and the Dynam 262 ESCs, they like to catch on fire spontaneously, randomly. So you just got to be careful. Keep that airflow perfect. There's no sense of clogging something up when you definitely need to get air to that section. So keep that in mind before you go clogging up holes and patching things over, because these planes are designed this way for a certain reason. Obviously, if their ESCs are known to get hot and maybe spontaneously combust, then there's probably a reason why they have that big giant hole right next to it and the vent hole in the back to make sure that the air comes through the plane over the ESC and out the back. But there they are, guys. Hope you liked the video. This is just a quick video to show you guys a side-by-side of two beautiful planes. I think either one would be good. but I definitely am leaning towards the Focke-Wulf just because of its colors, just because of the way it looks. Man, they're beautiful. They're really nice looking. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Good night. Later.